Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness.
No, welcome to the New York fans of the New York Giants podcast.
No.
He joined the team. He did it.
I didn't
He's
join the
with
team.
us.
I didn't join the team.
Giants.
It's raining in New York. I couldn't find my jacket. This is the only windbreaker I had.
No,
my dad got me this for Christmas. That's why I'm wearing it.
Your father,
Yeah.
the esteemed man that he is, chose correct.
No. Should have got me
He
a
knows.
Jets one. Should have got me a Jets windbreaker. Green is a better color than blue anyway.
No, it isn't. You can't even believe that, you damn
You
self.
need green to make blue.
No, you don't. You need blue to make green.
That's debatable.
No, it's not. It's not.
Debatable.
Green equals yellow plus blue. It's not debatable.
I think
Green
it is.
is not a primary color. Blue is.
Priority. Define priority.
I said primary.
Define
This is shit we
primary.
learned in first grade. Why are you debating this? You're like a flat earther right now. The earth is flat.
Earth is flat. They said that
Define primary.
funniest shit that was said this year was when they said Kyrie's gonna be mad when he gets a question from the Boston Globe reporter.
The Boston what?
The Boston what? Let's get into the show though. We gotta discuss rare topic soccer.
Ooh, European football. I love it.
Ronaldo just scored his 119th career goal. And it was an interesting stat on ESPN that said if Ronaldo was a club by himself, he has 119 career goals. He'd be 10th on the all-time scoring list if he was a club by himself. That's an absolutely outrageous stat. Where do you rank Ronaldo in terms of all-time athletes?
Period. So
Yeah.
we're talking about period. So
Any sport.
In soccer, he's one of the top 3 ever.
Yeah, I think it's
We're talking
him, Messi, and
maybe
it's
the
probably
other
just them
Ronaldo,
two.
there's a Pele, there's a bunch of different
Yeah.
guys, but I think Messi and Ronaldo, we see this huge, I don't want to say renaissance because that would assume soccer was ever down,
right.
but there's this huge thing in soccer where we have 2 of the top players ever playing at the same time. So,
Wait, who's the other one?
Messi.
Messi.
Oh, yeah. Let's not forget about Lionel Messi. They flip-flop. So today, in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinal match against Juventus, he did this amazing goal. He added 2 more goals to that stat sheet.
Right.
So that stat sheet's wrong right now.
So he's at 121.
Yes, he added 2 goals today. He's a miraculous athlete. Soccer's hard. Soccer's not easy. No sport is easy, but soccer takes a lot of
NASCAR.
I stand corrected. Soccer takes a lot of stamina to complete. They play for the full 90 minutes. There's no rest. There's no real breaks. There's some here and on, but there's rare. I gotta think. I want to compare them to only team sports because individual sports I like to separate.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like all-time athletes, if we take the whole thing together, athleticism, recognizability, your brand, he's got to be. If we're talking like right now, he's top 2 in the world right now of athletes.
Of athletes playing right now or athletes? Like,
Period. Right now.
Period. Oh, so active athletes.
Active athletes.
Yeah.
And if we're talking all-time, he's in the top 10. It's kind of hard because I haven't really thought about this and how to compare.
I think like when you talk about upper echelon of athletes, I think it's Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. I know you're not going to agree with this one, Derek Jeter.
No, but Derek Jeter's a little tough because if we're talking about the whole package, like I just said, he definitely belongs up there.
Yeah.
If we're talking like pure shortstop, like just how great he is as a sport, he's top maybe 20, 30 to me, not top 10.
Yeah. I don't, because it's tough because Jeter, it's hard to judge because he's played for such an illustrious franchise that it's hard to even put him in the upper echelon of baseball players from that franchise. But at the same time, he's one of the best baseball players ever.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like kind of your argument with me when I said you can't consider Magic Johnson top 2 because he's not even the greatest Laker of all time. But you kind of have to, because it's just like what he did during his career is just like it was just unfortunate. And Kobe was a lifetime Laker and played out a full career. So
Exactly.
I think, but like for Ronaldo, I think in terms of like athletes all time, I agree with you. He's top 10. I wouldn't say quite top 5 because you gotta include the Alis, the Tiger Woods, the Jack Nicholsons, obviously Michael Jordan, and like those guys.
I don't want to discount Brady either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Brady. Brady.
If we're talking about like each sport, like ever, it's tough because we don't even know if Ronaldo's the top of his own sport. Like
Yeah,
he's up there.
because Messi was a beast.
Messi still is.
Yeah.
And then the other Ronaldo was, and then you got Pele. David Beckham was great in his heyday.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough with all these guys. But Ronaldo, like I'm saying, he's top 3. He could fit anywhere in that top 3, 1, 2, or 3 in soccer, in European football. If we're talking about like all-time athletes, you got to take the whole package into it. Muhammad Ali, he's not the best boxer ever.
Serena
like,
Williams,
pure boxer, he's not. But what he did for the community and then what he did, as an impact. Serena Williams, she's the best. She's one of the.
She has the most Grand Slams ever, right?
Yeah, she's one of the best, tennis players ever. If we're talking about men and women, period, she's the best.
The John McEnroe argument.
See, but that's what I don't understand. Like, no, she won't be able to beat any guy, but Floyd Mayweather wouldn't be able to beat Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah.
Yet we all know that Floyd Mayweather is better than Vladimir Klitschko because of the pound rankings.
Yeah, exactly.
But Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even touch Vladimir Klitschko.
Or Conor McGregor in the UFC ring.
Or in the UFC ring, yeah. Which he's thinking, that's not a Mayweather topic. We're talking about European football, which I'm getting into now. I'm going to try to convince Fred to follow, the Tottenham.
It's hard for me to
Hotspurs.
follow sports where there's not a lot of scoring.
It's tough. I think like that too, but
some people like that though.
yeah, it's like
I've heard hockey fans say they can't watch basketball because
too much scoring.
it's too much scoring. But it's like I don't want to see people going aimlessly down the field for 20 minutes and then in the 21st minute they score and then they don't score again until it's 40 minutes into the game. Like, that's boring to me.
But think about this. So whenever you see like a monster dunk or something like that, where something like it's pure highlight reel.
Yeah.
Every single goal in hockey and soccer is that.
Right. Yeah, I get that part.
A layup straight up isn't going to really excite you. Like, you like it, you cheer or whatever, your team just scored.
Yeah.
But it's not the same excitement as you see, a perfect alley-oop or you see something that a crazy 4-point play.
Or a game winner or something like that.
Or a game winner. A goal like that is everything.
Yeah.
So basketball, maybe there is too much scoring for the European fans or the hockey fans, but for us who like scoring a lot and things like that, it kind of makes sense. But I understand from their perspective.
Yeah.
A goal is basically a spectacular dunk. It's a huge running catch for a touchdown. That's what that is. It's not you're at the one and you sneak in. That's not exciting.
Yeah.
Unless it's my team doing it.
I don't get baseball neither. Like, why is a no-hitter so exciting?
Because it's rarely
so
done.
Exciting?
Well, first of all, if it's a no-hitter for the other team, so your team's scoring. So you're hyped. You're excited about your team.
I'm saying if I have no horse in the race, and it's just me watching the game, and it's like Max Scherzer is pitching against the Yankees, and no, not the Yankees, because then I would have
you would be upset.
But like, let's say it's the Dodgers and
versus
the Nationals, and Scherzer's pitching a no-hitter. I'm not watching that game.
See, I disagree because that's so different, man. Whenever there's the thing with no hitters though, I get an alert when it hits a 7th inning that a no hitter is happening, and I always switch over because I want to see a no hitter.
It pisses me off when I get the alerts when it's like the 4th inning.
They shouldn't send that then because it's like that's not rare. There's been I can count.
The 7th is like, all right, it might actually happen now because you got three more innings to pitch. You got 9 outs. You're 9 outs away from a no hitter, so I don't know.
But that's the thing though. So like, there's teams that don't get the hit until the 5th inning all the time.
Yeah,
that's not huge. When we're talking about the 7th, or if they even hit me up in the 8th inning, it's like, dude. And honestly, you're gonna lie and say that 9th inning, if there's a no hitter, that's not must watch.
It would depend on how hot the pitcher is. Like, I think if it was like Scherzer, or take it back, Randy Johnson, like guys that just throw nasty pitches, that make the battle look dumb. Then you gotta watch because it's like, oh shit, he's dealing, and then the suspense is building up. But if it's like if it's like Hugh Darvish, I'm probably not gonna watch it because he's not an exciting pitcher to watch.
He's on my fantasy team, so he has to be exciting. I'll tell you this though, I don't watch a full baseball game back to back unless I'm at the game. Like, I pay attention to baseball games. Like, I'll turn it on, a couple innings here and there. I'm usually doing something else though, with the game on in the background. Yeah. And then when somebody I want to see gets in that bat, I look or something like that. Like, all last year, I was getting alerts that Aaron Judge is going to bat.
Yeah.
That's huge. People know that that's what the game is like. Unless you're at the game, which, you know, if you go to games, it's magical.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful and it's fun to watch. But that's, I don't know what I'm getting at. But that's what I mean. I'm not, you know. So a no-hitter would be one of those special moments that keeps my eyes
Yeah,
closed.
and it doesn't happen often.
No.
Is the other thing. So I get that part. I'm just saying, for me personally, I like offense.
And yeah, and to explain that, I'll let you know one of my top 5 sports moments that got me really excited was in 2010 when Landon Donovan scored the winning goal against Algeria in the 2010 World Cup.
Okay.
That was one of my most exciting things I've ever seen in sports. And my top 5, nothing from basketball tops that list. Because if you name the most exciting thing you've seen in basketball ever, can you name it?
Most exciting?
Like just like a singular play. I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but let's be honest.
No,
how many times have you seen something almost like that? It doesn't make it any less exciting, but
I think the most exciting thing I've seen in basketball is when LeBron blocked Iguodala.
that's huge. But how many behind the back blocks? How many, you know, run from the behind blocks? How many forward blocks do you see?
It's been done before.
It's
maybe not in that amount. Maybe not with that much on the line.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment, like maybe not. It might be regular season game, but I get what you're saying. It's like with soccer or any other sport, it's like you never seen it happen.
You never seen
it happen before.
Yeah.
So that's part of the excitement.
Exactly, and it's not to say, you know, basketball's not exciting, because clearly it is. It has a huge following. We both watch. We're both fans, but it's completely different when they don't score all the time means when they do score or miss a near miss. If somebody misses a shot in basketball, you're not excited. A near miss, a near make or something.
Exciting.
It's exciting.
This is like goalposts in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
When it's up the goals, I'm like, yo, why is it so exciting? But like, I understand.
Yeah.
I just me personally, I ain't a fan of it. But I'm trying to expand.
Yeah,
my sport,
I'm gonna try to get them into it.
My sports fanhood.
I can't this World Cup, guys, because the U.S. isn't in it, and I highly doubt Fred's gonna be able to find another country that, you know, matters. But because
Russia.
No, I'm kidding. But for us as you know, Americans, it's kind of hard to get into it. I kind of, maybe the Messi thing, maybe the Ronaldo thing, but it's not the same. So next World Cup,
You know what I think it
Fred
is? You know what I think it is? There's not any real international superstars in soccer, other than Messi and
we follow.
Yeah, because
we go to another country.
Soccer, I know 3 people that play.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, 3 people that play. I know Messi, I know Ronaldo, and I know Neymar Jr.
That's because we're in the U.S.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
outside the U.S., they know everybody.
Right.
They're fully internationally recognized. Like inside the U.S., we have a little cult following that.
And Paul Drogba.
That's it. But you know, all the outside world, like they think basketball. How many international stars do you think basketball has?
I'd say Kobe, LeBron, and that's probably it.
Exactly. So it's like the same thing over there with them. We over here, we
I don't
know
even
Steph.
think Jordan.
I would add Steph Curry into that. When
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
to London, all I saw was
Yeah,
Steph and LeBron stuff.
yeah.
That's also so those 3, and Kobe retired, so it's really only those 2. So it's the same thing, but we got Melo, we got Westbrook, we know all of them.
Right.
Over there in those other countries, they know everybody. Everybody that plays in one of Europe's, you know, they say Big 5 leagues. I don't really count France's league as Big 5, even though Paris Saint-Germain is huge. But those, like Spain and England, they know every superstar that goes there.
Yeah.
They know all of them. Like Eden Hazard, do you know who that is?
No.
They do. You get what I mean? It's huge.
Nope. Never heard of him.
He's a strike left wing for Chelsea, but they know him, you know. Just like over here, Russell Westbrook's a big deal. Go over there to England or something, they're not gonna know him. Yeah.
They don't know him. Yeah, they don't know him at all.
In football, I think the only, you know, international superstar we have is Odell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and I
That's
know,
it.
and I know
Everyone
you're
else,
not,
Tom
and
Brady,
I know you're
Tom
not saying
Brady's-
that just because you're a Giants
I'm
fan.
not. No, he was in
He-
Paris
he's-
the other day,
he's
guys. You know
literally-
this.
He's literally the only international. But soccer guys are not really like social. Like I
Here.
think, yeah, no,
Over there, they have huge social media accounts.
no, I'm saying like, I mean, not soccer. Football guys are not really like out there like that.
Yeah, and they
Like
got
most-
you know,
most-
helmets and
Most, yeah, I say you don't see faces. Like I think the only 2 social football players like that is Odell and Von Miller. Like that's really out there like that. Everybody else is like, I just want to play my 16 games every season and then go back and chill with my family. That kind of has to do with football, and then it's the helmets, so because faces sell,
Yeah,
helmets
it's
don't.
huge. Yeah. Well, for football, the
Yeah.
helmets sell for the teams.
Yeah,
Look at
with
the apparel
fonts.
we're wearing. We're not wearing player apparel. We're wearing team apparel.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. We got breaking news.
Oh yeah, we do have breaking news.
You want to say it?
Yeah, Brandon Cooks just got traded to the Rams. I tweeted earlier. I was like, the Rams clearly won the offseason. Like
They did really
like
well.
clearly, like, and they still have draft picks.
But remember when the Eagles clearly won the offseason? It's kind of tough, you know. Well,
when did they? Well,
one day with the Dream Team. Remember Vince Young named that? Like one of my Eagles fans friends.
Yeah.
Whenever I bring that up, he's like, "Dude, do not bring up that Dream Team nonsense." We didn't say that. It was Vince Young.
Who was even on that team besides Vince Young?
Michael Vick. Yeah, it's hard. I think Westbrook was still there, or was it Shady?
No, it was Shady.
It
was Shady.
It was Shady. They had good, not top tier wide receivers, but two tier wide
When
receivers.
they had Jason Avant and
yeah.
what you call it?
A bunch of defensive guys. They had a good team on paper.
The guy that had that dropped the M bomb.
Mm-hmm. Riley Cooper.
Yeah, him.
He's not a star.
He's not, but he was good. He was good enough.
He was good enough to not get cut.
Right. Well, it's Vince Young.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But yeah, this Odell to the Rams is not happening.
Yeah,
anymore.
They said they're out of the running. They
wanted
Cooks more. They wanted Cooks more.
They say that. I doubt it.
I doubt
Cooks
it too.
was definitely cheaper.
Cooks, obviously, and then all they had to give up was what, the number 23 pick.
That's huge though. The Patriots got 2 first-round picks now.
I think they're gonna aggressively go after Nick Chubb.
Yeah, running back from Alabama.
No,
Georgia.
Isn't Chubb a defensive lineman?
Bradley.
I mean, yeah, Bradley Chubb.
Oh, they can't get him. He's gonna get taken third or fourth.
But I think that's what they're trying to do, because I don't know how true these Gronk reports are about him being on the trade block.
No, he said he wants to come back.
He said he wants to come back. There was a couple reports out there saying that he was going to be on the trade block. I don't find those to be true, because Gronk's been the best tight end in football.
Gronk's gonna retire if he gets traded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like there's a part of a bigger plan with them. Like, you never know what Belichick is doing, like, ever. So it's like, why trade Brandon Cooks for who you think you're gonna get at number 23? And Cooks is
good. I don't think you're gonna get anybody as good as Cooks. No.
Cooks was clearly the best wide receiver on the team last year, I think. If you want to, Hogan was there too, yeah. But he got hurt.
But think about it though. You had Hogan. If we're competing, right? Hogan and Cooks are the same, so that means if you could get a first-round pick for Cooks, and maybe get a wide receiver from Alabama, that wide receiver from Alabama, or one of the other ones with one of your 2 picks.
Yeah.
Replacement level. You know, when Brandon Cooks is a stud.
Yeah.
But if you can make Hogan, who's great, but you know he's not on the same tier as Brandon Cooks, look like Brandon Cooks,
and he's gonna come a whole lot cheaper than Brandon Cooks.
Exactly.
I think the Rams
they look solid.
Now they got Cooks, Tavon Austin, and Dominican Sue.
We forgetting about Cooper Kupp, who you refused to trade to me.
I'm not trading Cooper.
I mean, there's a lot of
this
areas.
This becomes interesting for me, because now that Cooks is there, I don't know what's gonna happen with my boy Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get less targets.
Yeah, definitely.
Which means he's cheaper now, so I ain't taking him. Unless you're trying to I trade you my 5th round pick.
I don't want your 5th round pick. I'm not even gonna pick 5th round. I'm gonna let the bots do it for me.
Like you did the entire baseball.
I fell asleep through the baseball draft. That's the difference. But I think, would you say the Rams are the favorites to win it all right now?
No.
Who do you think it is?
Still got Pats. Pats should still be the favorites to win it all.
I think they're very close to being favorites.
And then I don't want to disrespect the Eagles by not putting it out there. I don't think the Eagles get close again, but they should be, second after the Pats to win.
I think if the Eagles and the Rams was meeting the NFC Championship game.
Disagree. I don't think the Eagles are gonna get past the Giants.
Nope.
Our team.
I'm not patting it.
Our team.
Nah, my team, the Jets, is going to be in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots.
You never wore Jets again on the show.
I'm going to wear some next week.
I ain't going to be on the show next week.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be in WrestleMania.
No, I mean if we do the show a little afterwards.
Oh.
Thursday or Friday.
You going to be here for me, and you gotta wear Jets gear too, because I wear Giants gear.
Maybe.
I-
I'm not a Jets fan, no.
I think I don't know the
Yo, can we
Rams.
talk about how? No, go ahead.
I think the Rams, like, this is one of those teams that looks good on paper, but you don't know how good they're gonna be
That's
till
what
they
I'm
get on the
saying.
field.
You don't usually win by getting a bunch of free agents. And I'm not going to lie, their free agents aren't bad. They're great. They got a few trades off. But, yeah, you don't usually win the thing. I mean, they lost Alec Ogletree. Alec Ogletree was pretty good.
Yeah, he wasn't he a Pro Bowler?
Yeah. That's why I'm
Yeah.
happy the Giants got him. Our team.
Not my team. It's one of those teams like they look great on paper, but you never know how good you're going to be till they get on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, the Lakers in 2012 when they got Nash and Dwight Howard. It's like, okay, and you kept Paul Gasol, and you kept most of your role players, and it looked like a championship team on paper. Everybody was picking them to go against the Heat in the finals. Barely made the playoffs. Got swept in the first round. Kobe got injured. But even before Kobe got injured, they were pretty freaking terrible. The coaching was awful. Dwight wasn't who he thought he was going to be. I think he was just uncomfortable, and so like I think he was just uncomfortable in LA, and that could be the case with a lot of these guys that they're bringing in free agency too. So it's one of those situations where you just never know. You have to see how they're going to look on the field, and I don't mean if they lose in week 1, panic and say the offseason is a waste. Like everybody's doing with the Yankees right now. Oh, the Yankees are 2-2. It's a wash. It's a bust. Like, oh my God! Like these bloggers that do power rankings after the first week, after 4 games.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But you know what it is when you put together a great quality product, people expect to see results immediately.
Yeah.
But that's just not how shit happens. It's just not how it goes. So.
That's true.
But yeah, that's what I feel about the Rams this offseason. I think they get an A+.
Oh
win
yeah,
the
they
Super
did
Bowl
it.
or not.
They were a little, embarrassed by the Falcons in
Yeah,
that playoff game, so they're trying to make up for it.
yeah.
And they got a good squad, so we'll see what happens. The NFC West around them, the 49ers got better, but the Cardinals and Seahawks got
The
worse.
Seahawks are gonna be awful. The Seahawks are gonna be awful. Not Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson is good, but
Everyone else around them. I mean,
Yeah.
Cam Chancellor's still there, right?
yeah, Chancellor's
Earl
still there,
Thomas.
but they lost Bennett and they lost Sherman, which was
Mhm.
basically the Legion of Boom is gone.
Yeah, it's just 2 guys.
It's just
left.
it's just Marshawn Lynch isn't there. It's just Russell Wilson and the crew. No disrespect to the crew. I just don't know any of you guys' names yet.
I mean, Cam Chancellor.
Yeah, can't chance like on
I mean,
offense.
Jimmy Graham's not there anymore.
I was just saying on offense. Like I don't know who
Doug
they even
Baldwin's
have.
still there.
They got Paul Richardson. I know because I had him for fantasy for a week. Not the 1 week that mattered. The week that he went off against Houston.
Mhm.
But yeah, WrestleMania this Sunday.
Ooh.
You think the Taker versus Cena card is gonna happen?
I should. I kind of knew they were waiting until
Like how's it gonna
WrestleMania.
happen? Like
Cena's gonna come out, cut a promo saying, "I'm here as a fan," and just start talking, and the Undertaker's gonna come out.
Doom.
Yeah. Undertaker should not win that match.
He is.
I
I mean,
know that's dumb. You're gonna have Cena lose. I understand the whole Taker lose twice in a row, but Taker should not win out. He shouldn't be the only wrestler ever to win his last match. That's just dumb. And secondly, you're gonna have Cena. Cena pointed out how many times he lost. It was like 5 matches in a row he lost.
yeah,
He
did
lost
last
to
night.
Roman Reigns. He lost to the Rumble. He lost to Elimination Chamber. And he lost to AJ Styles in
That's
the
why I
six-pack
think they should
challenge.
just stop
You're
using
gonna have him
him.
lose 5 in a row.
I think they should just stop using him until they're ready to actually like.
Give him his 17th title.
Yeah, because it's just making it look bad. Like Cena's just getting boring at this point. Like
Not to me. I love you, Cena.
I
Come
love
on,
the
Bob.
guy too, but I'm just saying at this point, if you're not gonna utilize him the correct way, then don't use him at all. Like don't use him as a filler.
Mm-hmm.
Like him in the Elimination Chamber match, he was a filler. He didn't even belong in that match. I don't think if you're not gonna make him win, why put him in a match to lose and to be like the third one out
Yeah, he was the third one out.
and be the third one out, and it's like I don't know. I don't understand how Roman Reigns keeps getting all these title shots.
He's gonna be the next guy.
Yeah, he is.
But the thing with Cena was when they made him look super strong or whatever, beating him meant something. But now that he's losing all the time, I understand it's his job to push new talent over. But you're not really pushing new talent over when beating you meant something. When CM Punk beat him, when Daniel Bryan beat him, when Edge beat him, it meant something. It's like, when RVD beat him, they beat Cena. Oh my God. Now it's like, all right, you beat Cena. Everyone beats Cena.
Like they let Nakamura beat him. Nakamura can't beat Cena on Cena's worst day.
Well, Nakamura is great.
He's great.
Don't disrespect
He's great,
Nakamura.
but he can't beat Cena.
He's about to beat AJ Styles.
He can't beat him on his worst. He can't beat Cena on his worst day.
I love Nakamura. Nakamura's great.
He's good, but I'm just saying.
But nobody's can beat Cena on his worst day.
That's what I'm saying.
Cena's great. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you can't just pinpoint Nakamura.
I'm saying the Reigns beating him didn't make sense to me either.
Nah, not at first. It should have been a 3-match set. Cena win the first one and Reigns win the last 2. But again, like they're gonna wrestle again, and then you have Reigns beat Cena again. That doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. That the storytelling doesn't make sense.
I understand they're trying to make Reigns look as powerful as possible.
They're trying to make
him look even more powerful than he already is.
They're trying to make him a fan favorite. That's what it is.
That's impossible.
I think it's happening with this Lesnar thing.
He should definitely get cheered over
because
Lesnar.
he was getting cheered yesterday on
Raw.
Raw.
They were like,
they were cheering for him yesterday, and it's like the only way the only way to make Reigns into a good guy is to pin him against the most hated guys in WWE. They did that with
Lesnar.
Well, not Lesnar with Cena, because people
Cena was getting way more cheers than Roman.
Not lately. I don't think.
No, during that match, yeah. It was
during
Cena. I mean, even now, Cena was getting.
They were chanting, "You both suck."
I'm
saying it's like you got to pin the bad guys against bad guys and make one of them.
I hate the fans. Y'all suck.
Y'all suck. It's just like in a
y'all 18 to 34-year-olds suck.
It's just like when when you return in Royal Rumble 08 and everybody's cheering, and as soon as he starts wrestling, they start booing again because they realize, oh shit, this is the cool thing
We're
to do.
We're supposed to hate him. It's cool to hate him.
It's cool to hate him. I forgot.
One of the top 5 wrestlers in the world.
I don't understand people's hatred for Roman Reigns either.
They don't like getting pushed on them. If they pushed Daniel Bryan on them, they would have booed Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
There was a point where they were booing Daniel Bryan, and then Daniel Bryan, oh, that's what Cena feels like, because he was getting half cheered, half booed.
Yeah.
But the 18 to 34-year-olds, and I don't want to. There's this thing called snarks or whatever, smart marks or whatever. They're not. They think they know what's gonna happen, and this is every fabric of life. I saw that with the Star Wars: The Last Jedi, when y'all found out that spoiler alert, Rey was nobody and not Luke's daughter, which I was telling people for years. That's not the way it's supposed to be, and then you boo because you were wrong. It's the same thing with this. Same thing with it. You think, oh, this is what's gonna happen, and then when they swerve you, they're like, no. Oh, this stupid Vince McMahon's dumb. It can't.
Clearly, he's not dumb because the business has been successful.
Booming.
For
Fox
decades.
is fighting for that. They got Colin Cowherd, a known wrestling hater, promoting wrestling so that Fox to get him. That's how great WWE is now.
True.
I'm just saying.
What match you looking forward to the most?
Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
Yeah,
I really want Shinsuke Nakamura to win.
Is that the main event?
No. The main event's going to be Reigns versus Lesnar.
Obviously, because of
No. Obviously, because of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is main evented WrestleMania 4 years in a row. I think this is going to be the 5th.
He's the guy. He's the guy. Because it was him versus Lesnar.
Last year was him versus Undertaker.
The first one was him versus Lesnar, right?
Yes, and then him versus Triple H. And him versus Undertaker, and now this will be the 4th year in a row.
Wow.
He's the guy. He's gonna main event. I don't even think John Cena has main evented WrestleMania 3 years in a row.
That's why guys in the locker room hate him, I guess.
I don't think guys in the locker room hate Reigns or Cena. It's just the fans out here. The 18 to 34-year-old fans.
Yeah, it's the
male wrestling fans that think they own the product.
The fanboys. It's like, come on,
and it's not all of y'all. I fit that 18 to 34 wrestling fan, so does Fred, range, but it's most of y'all. The ones that know how to take over the crowd, the ones that go, see, no sucks, instead of trying to, go back and forth with the kids and with the women. I don't know, man.
It's like what Triple H told John Cena a couple years ago. Yeah, most of your fans have to go to bed before 9 o'clock. That was one of the best. That was one of the best promos ever.
But he was a way bigger seller than Triple H ever was.
You think Rousey's prepared?
No,
I don't either.
Triple H, Stephanie
McMahon. Did you see the way she fell through the table yesterday?
Kurt Angle. Yeah, she's like, you don't know how to take a bump. Now, I'm not this isn't bash Ronda Rousey.
No, she's just not prepared. She's just not prepared.
They put her in the perfect match where it's 3 people that can uplift her flaws and show her strengths.
Right.
So it's gonna end with Ronda Rousey making Stephanie tap out. That's exactly how it's gonna end, and you're gonna hit me up during WrestleMania telling me that.
I am, because look, you know what it is. This is the perfect match because Stephanie's gonna put herself in harm's way, so that
she takes bumps
because they don't want any other wrestler to get hurt. Because when she threw Dana Brooke, like I really thought Dana Brooke was hurt.
Yeah.
It's like it was like she's not ready to wrestle 1-on-1 yet.
No, so this is the perfect match for her.
It's like this is kind of like a preseason game for her. It's like
at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
their Super Bowl.
But that's what it is. It's a preseason game. It's like a warmer. It's like, okay, you're gonna wrestle all three of your bosses. They're gonna. It's like, it's your first day at work. We're gonna show you how everything works. We're gonna train you. We're gonna show you the ropes. No pun intended.
No, that'd be yeah, that's perfect.
And then I think as after WrestleMania, they'll gradually bring her along to face like some of the lower level talent. Like she's not gonna face. It's not like right after WrestleMania she's gonna challenge for the title.
No, she better not.
Yeah.
I'd be upset.
Because it's just, there's so many other people in the women's division deserving. I just don't want to see. This is in the ideal world. In the ideal world, this is what will happen. Sasha Banks will go to SmackDown, and then they'll do Sasha versus Charlotte Part 2.
Well, Asuka's gonna beat Charlotte.
How?
By pinning her.
No, I'm saying like, then who's gonna be? What women's title is gonna be on SmackDown?
Asuka is gonna move to SmackDown.
Oh, and then Charlotte's gonna come back to Raw.
Shakes. I don't know. They should have a whole series with Asuka versus Charlotte. They shouldn't just have that be a one-off match.
That sucks.
Asuka's not gonna lose until next year at WrestleMania, where she will lose to Rousey, which I hate.
Oh, that's what they're saying?
Yeah, they're probably gonna have an undefeated versus undefeated. And that's gonna be Rousey's first title. Hopefully she's ready by then. Like I said, this is a perfect match for her. Triple H and Kurt Angle are two of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And Stephanie McMahon has been around this business. She knows how to wrestle. She knows how to take bumps. She's going to be fine. All three of them need to work together to uplift Ronda Rousey's weaknesses. I mean, suppress her weaknesses and uplift her strengths.
Can I say something? I don't understand why people hate Stephanie McMahon when she's been about the people in general.
Haters hate people for no reason.
I'm like, she's taking bumps for this business.
This is her life. Yeah.
I don't understand how you can hate Stephanie McMahon. You can't. It's one thing to hate her character.
Yeah.
Like
you're supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Like
you're supposed to.
Don't hate her as a person. Though. Like she's a great. Like I'm saying, she puts herself in harm's way all the time.
Having a silver spoon in your mouth, and now she comes from privilege. We know this.
Yeah.
Is her just sitting back taking checks from daddy.
Yeah.
She doesn't do that.
But she's working.
Herself into this
she's
business.
working.
She actually works. She earns what she got. I mean, I don't understand.
She's the anti-Shane.
No, come on, Shane earned what he got too.
He's starting to earn it. He's starting to earn it. He's away for like 7 years.
Yeah, he left to go do his own thing.
What was he doing?
Something in China with wrestling over there. I don't know. It had nothing to do with WWE, but then it didn't really work out, so he came back home. But he's working too. Look, Stephanie McMahon is amazing. She works hard. She got stunnered. She got speared by Roman Reigns.
Put through a table by Seth Rollins.
Come on. She's done so much.
Yeah, I'm saying, stop hating.
John Cena smacked her ass.
Randy
RKO'd
Randy Orton RKO'd.
Come on, man. She's taking so many bumps.
The bumps. She's a true professional. What match you oh yeah, I asked you that.
Shinsuke Nakamura. I really want Shinsuke to win.
I'm excited to see Alexa versus Nia.
I'm gonna let you know. Yeah, speaking of that match, there's title changes that are automatic to me, that are automatically gonna happen. Reigns is gonna get the Universal title is gonna change. Both women's titles are gonna change, and the
yeah, go ahead.
There's another title I think is gonna change. So
Intercontinental.
No, not that one. One of the tags that the Braun thing. I think Braun's gonna walk away with both titles.
Who do you think's gonna be his partner?
Him. He came out on brains. No, I was hoping it would be Bobby Lashley, but my dude.
I wanted it to be Big Cass, man.
The returning Big Cass.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I thought that made the most sense because obviously Enzo Amore and Cass isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, there's only Amore.
Yeah, he's such a douchebag. Like, I don't know if that's him in real life because I wasn't there, so I can't really make past judgment on that. But like, even his character, he's like, yo, this guy seems like he acts like this in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm happy for Nia Jax if she wins it because she's worked hard for it, and she's deserved it for such a long time, dog. Like, seriously.
Completely agree. But that being said, because there are different there's guaranteed title changes, I think the WWE Championship is going to be one of the title changes that aren't going to change. Like AJ Styles is going to retain, even though I want Nakamura to do it. The Intercontinental, The Miz is close to being the all-time record champion, the most days as Intercontinental Champion. I think they're going to have him hold it until he gets that. And then what other title? The U.S. title, I think, is going to stay on I'll stay on Orton. I think that's it. I don't know. And then one of the tag titles, I think the Usos retain their title. Or the Bludgeon Brothers take it. But either way, because there's iffies on all the other ones, I think the WWE Championship stays the same.
I don't know what direction the WWE title is going though.
Well, AJ versus Nakamura. The reason I want Nakamura to win is because they could have another classic. 3 straight matches where it's just...
You know how random it was that beat Randy Orton for the WWE title?
Who?
This guy named...
Batista?
No, the one... He just was... the guy who AJ Styles beat. The Muslim one.
Oh, the Indian.
Yeah, the Indian one, sorry.
Sorry, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal, yeah. Like, that wasn't that so random that he won?
No, they wanted him to be champion for the Indian tour.
But like, no one knew that. But no one knew that going in.
And that's another thing with Jinder Mahal. He really worked hard to get back. To act, because he was if you see him now versus him 2-3 years ago, he changed his whole work ethic. He changed his whole thing. He really changed. He deserved.
It wasn't a fluke, but it was just surprising. It's like. It was surprising when he won the number 1 contender match. First of all,
it was
like no one expected it,
and nobody expected him to beat Orton.
And no one expected him to beat Orton. That's why I was like, SmackDown. I never know what direction they're gonna go with their title. Like it could be because like after let's say AJ beats Nakamura or whatever, and then they fight 2-3 more pay-per-views or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who they. I have no idea in my head who they pick next.
Well, the shakeup is gonna happen by then, so Finn Balor might go to SmackDown, or Seth Rollins might go to SmackDown.
Seth. I think Seth and Balor, as a feud for the WWE title would be like must see on SmackDown. Must see because first of all, Finn beat Seth for the Universal title at SummerSlam a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was there. You were there too.
I was there too.
They changed the look of the title, so don't get mad at Seth Rollins for booing the title. That little red silver thing, that red velvet cake title, did not look good. They actually put gold on the title now. So
yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for those two. Match.
What's the match you're most excited for?
Match I'm most excited for. I'm excited for the women's championship match, either one, because I feel like Carmella's gonna cash in.
She has to. She says she's willing to lose, but you can't have the first woman's Money in the Bank winner lose.
That's insane. I feel like the thing that would make the most sense is Alexa beats Nia and then cashes in on Alexa.
Or Nia beats Alexa and then she cashes in on Nia.
She cashes in on Nia like Carmella can't beat Nia Jax.
Well, that's a good reason to make her beat Nia Jax, or to make her beat Asuka for that matter.
Right.
You beat them because they weren't 100%.
But yeah,
Nia should not squash Alexa. I do not want to see that happen.
I don't want to see it happen, but like, it's probably not. But it's just I feel like it's not going to be believable either. Like,
I mean, Alexa's been champion for.
She's been champion
she's
for
the longest reigning champion right now.
Because remember, she was SmackDown champion
No.
She was SmackDown champion for a while. Then she lost to Kane to Raw, and then beat Bayley for like a month after she was just SmackDown Women's title. So she's been a champion for a long time now.
You know what? I don't take that back. She's the longest reigning legitimate champion. I do not count Brock Lesnar. He defended the title like 2 times.
Yeah, it's like
part-timers should not hold the title, man.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. If they let
unless they're John Cena, who's only gonna hold the title while he's there, because there's a difference between John Cena and Brock Lesnar's part-time things. John Cena When he's part-time, he's not there when he's not there. But when he's there, he's there.
Yeah.
He does house shows. He goes to every single, every
Lesnar's
single
been
trip.
doing house shows too lately, though. But
When
he
he's
just
there.
started doing it.
Yeah, he does 1 or 2. He did Beast of the East last year. Nah, that's not.
And he been doing a lot of live shows, too. So I don't know. I think I'll be happy once Lesnar isn't champion anymore. Like,
Yeah. Roman Reigns was amazing. You really go protect that part-time bastard? And they're like, nope. Let's get out the way.
Cause it's like it's so corny to like, it's just. But I think that's the match I'm looking forward to is both of the women's championship matches. I'm looking forward to Reigns versus. I think
Reigns versus Brock Lesnar should be good.
I think it has the potential to be one of the best, if not one of the best WrestleMania cards ever.
I'm curious to see how many of us actually cheer for Roman Reigns. I'm gonna be cheering for Roman Reigns. I'm gonna be screaming to the top of my lungs.
I don't want him to be. I don't want Brock Lesnar to be champion anymore.
No, I'm tired of it.
It's awful. It
should not be
awful.
That experiment should be done. Vince, please stop.
Like look at the last
part-timers.
The Universal Championships overall has just been a complete fail, because it started out good with with Kevin Owens and Seth, and then you give it to Goldberg, part-timer, who holds it, and then who beats Kevin Owens in like 3 seconds off a Jericho fluke.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Brock Lesnar beat Goldberg for the title, but then he's defended it like 4 times in the past year.
Do you know that the champion, the previous champion of the Universal title, has never gotten a rematch?
Wow.
Ever. Even Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens specifically said, I will get my rematch eventually, but let me go against you and take your U.S. title. It made no sense. The first one made sense. He was injured, but Kevin Owens didn't get it. Goldberg didn't get it. Brock Lesnar's probably not going to get a rematch.
Yeah, because sick of Lesnar. And he's probably going to go back to UFC.
Mm-hmm.
He's just never a full-timer wherever he goes. He's just privileged. Like, he's just privileged.
Really?
Like, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm excited for WrestleMania. I think it's going to be one of the best cards ever.
I hope so, because I'm going to be there.
All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Can we talk about how I won the national championship bracket against UMB?
You did? Oh, you picked Villanova as champion.
I did. So did B, but I ended up scoring more points. So I know we didn't set up any wagers or anything like that, but I feel like you're going to agree to my terms right now because, I won and I deserve a little something. Since I won, both you and B got to play me when Madden 19 comes out.
That's fair.
All right. Now we just got to wait for B to come back. B, there ain't going to be another Patriot on the cover. I know he can't be here today, but he's here in spirit. Hi, B. There's not going to be a third Patriot in a row on the cover. No other Patriot stars are going to be on the cover. Don't worry. You'll be able to play me. I'll win. Order will be restored to the universe.
Order restored in the universe. I like it. Speaking of national championship, this is Villanova's second title in the last 3 years. Would you put Jay right in the upper echelon of college coaches at this point?
He's up there. But it's not just titles, though, because I put John Calipari up there, and he only has 1.
I think he's overrated, though.
Well, if you think he's as good as Coach K, then yes, he's overrated.
No, he's not as good as Coach K. And it's like
Coach K's won.
Calipari is like you've had the talent on several different occasions. So how have you only won 1 national championship?
It's tough, man.
It's
Jay Wright is good too.
I understand it's tough to win a national championship, but this guy's been getting bounced in like before the Elite 8 in
got bounced out
so
early
many years.
This round.
He got bounced out. What the round of 32 or Sweet 16 is one of those.
Sweet 16 he got bounced.
Yeah, I was bounced in the Sweet 16. They got bounced in the Elite 8 the year before last when they had De'Aaron Fox and what's this guy's?
That was my rookie of the year. How wrong was that?
But you couldn't have predicted that Simmons and Mitchell was going to be this good.
Simmons, yes, but Donovan Mitchell, no.
I didn't know what to expect from Simmons, but
well, your rookie of the year was Lonzo Ball. You were wrong too.
He's going to come in third.
Yeah, but wrong.
He's going to come. I don't know, because him and Tatum is like they've been equally as
Tatum
impressive.
might be third. It could.
They've been equally as impressive. They've both had up and down years.
Mm-hmm.
I think Simmons is an asterisk, because he's like, okay, technically you are a rookie, but you know what the schedule of an NBA player is like. You've been practicing with NBA players. You've been trained by NBA trainers. So like,
there's a reason most of the people that won this award sat out a year beforehand. And let's think about it right now. Who sat out this year? Markelle Fultz. Is he going to be qualified as a rookie next year?
No. I mean, no, he won't because he played this year. He played the beginning of the year and then he just played. He's starting to play again.
Okay, so nobody sat out this year.
Blake Griffin won. When Blake Griffin won it, he had sat out a year because he injured himself in the preseason, so he technically wasn't a rookie. Embiid, no, he didn't win. Malcolm Brogdon won last year, but
My dude.
yeah. But I think it's a lot. But you're right, there's a lot of people that won the award that weren't technically rookies. They were asterisks.
Aaron Judge was rookie of the year last year. He played the year before.
Yeah.
He wasn't technically a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like it's unfair. Like it's unfair to the authentic rookies, like the people that's really brand new to the game.
I gotta compete with sophomores.
Yeah, saying you got it. It's like being in 16 and under, and an 18-year-old is playing on the other team.
Technically, I'm 16. Man.
Like technically, like no, it's like technically you're not. Technically, you're 18. So I think that's unfair.
True, agreed.
But yeah, I think Jay Wright, he's in upper echelon, but I don't think like he's not Dean Smith, Roy Williams, Coach K, like those legendary types that have won 3 or more national titles. But like he's like the Calipari.
He's that level.
Definitely not Gino Auriemma.
Gino Auriemma it's tough because he's a good coach, yes, and he attracts all the 5-star talent. But if you attract all the 5-star talent and don't leave anything for anybody else, obviously y'all gonna go undefeated until a Notre Dame shows up. And
that's the college sports game.
That's what it is.
God, you do what you can. You got to build up your program to a point that every 5-star wants to come to your program. This is what Calipari does. Why all 5-stars want to play for Calipari when he's only won 1 national title?
Money.
I have no idea. But you see, Coach K has the top 3 freshmen next year.
He does, yeah.
You got Cam Reddish, Zion Williamson, and I forgot the other, R.J. Barrett. Steve Nash's godson. So Duke is going to be a problem next year.
Yeah, they're favorites to win the national title for next year. Right now. Going to Vegas.
Because they have the best freshman class. They have the freshman class.
Yeah.
So.
And one of my coworkers was speaking that he thinks Grayson Allen is going to go for his master's at Duke and come back. Because he's not an NBA talent.
Yeah. It's hard to say. I think Grayson Allen is like
I'm picking Duke to win the national title next year.
If Jimmer Fredette could, I pick Duke every year because they're the safe pick.
They're gonna win at least once every 5 years.
They're gonna at least.
You gonna pick them next year too?
They're at least gonna be in the Elite 8. So
I picked the right champion this year, so I can say I picked the right champion next year.
I picked the right champion last year.
You picked UNC? Unk?
I definitely picked Unk.
I picked them to go to the Final Four this year too.
I didn't pick them because I didn't know anybody on their team except for Joel Berry.
There you go. You know somebody.
But yeah, I think Jay Wright is in like the second tier upper echelon.
Yeah, Roy Williams, all of them. Yeah, he's with them.
He's with them. Congratulations to Villanova.
Yeah, good job, guys. I picked you guys from the beginning to win. And by beginning,
Charles
I mean
Barkley, Charles Barkley, the Sixers are not winning the NBA championship.
He picked them to win the NBA championship.
Yeah, because the Eagles won the.
You know what? No, he's right. They are winning, and the Phillies are making it the playoffs. God loves that city right now.
Are you jinxing them?
No, I yes, but they're gonna win. I'm right. This is insane.
Kawhi.
My God.
Leonard.
Future Nick.
This is probably gonna be the last topic.
You got a better one?
Pacquiao.
No. He's bad. We both said nah. Love you, Pac, but nah. Yeah, topic for next week. We can talk about you next week. We can talk about the cancellation of Triple G versus Canelo next week.
Yes.
Let's talk about Kawhi.
Is he a Spur at the beginning of next season?
No. Where he goes, I don't know. I know it's not the Knicks. I know I just said future Nick, but he's not coming to us. Come on, let's be real. Wait, how much do the Spurs control him? How much? How many years?
He's a free agency going. He has the he's a free agent going.
Who has the option?
He has the option.
Oh yeah, he's gone, and I don't know where he's going.
And I'm not being biased. I think the Lakers are the best trade partner.
Oh my God!
But listen, I don't want it to happen because you know what? You know
I
what?
don't need him.
We don't need him, and you're gonna end up trading most of your young talent.
I'd rather have
Like,
him than Paul George.
if they were to offer Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma for Kawhi Leonard,
Why do they have to trade him though?
they don't. But it's like the thing about this Kawhi situation, right? It's that he doesn't. It feels like he doesn't trust the franchise.
Yeah.
Because they're saying he's cleared to play, but he's saying
The
I'm
players
not.
are saying he's cleared to play
And the
too.
players are begging him to play. The coaches are begging him to play, but he's saying I'm not ready. And then he's being managed by his family members.
Do you want somebody like that on your team though?
That's what I'm. That's why I said it's an awful situation because there's a trust issue on both sides, and there's so much rift at this point that's been back and forth. Well, Kawhi's gonna be ready to play end of March. End of March come, he still hasn't played. Now he's going back to New York for rehab to get another opinion. When the team doctors have been saying for months, "Yo, you're good to go. You could play," but his family members are saying, "Nah, don't play because especially if you don't feel comfortable playing, you're risking your career." So I'm not saying either side is wrong. You know what I mean? Because
if he can play, I think he's wrong.
But if he can play, but what if he doesn't feel comfortable playing?
What do you
Like,
mean
what
by
if
feel comfortable? I don't understand what that means.
Maybe what if what is it that has injured his knee, right? Or
Yeah, it's like
what if they're saying he's good to play, but his knee, like, it just doesn't feel 100% to go. Like, you know how many times the doctor say you good to go to work, and then you like, nah, I really don't feel good.
Yeah, how many times you lied to yourself when you were saying that?
You know, sometimes
Nah, I'm still sick.
Sometimes you be bullshitting, but like sometimes he's like, nah, I'm not going.
I feel like this is one of the times where he's bullshitting. Let's be honest, he's been out the entire year.
But I don't understand why he would do that. Like, why?
There's a lot of things. He doesn't want to be a Spur anymore. He doesn't like the culture. He wants to save himself.
It's the perfect culture for his character, though.
Think about this, though. Jeremy Lin, when he was injured, he legitimately got injured, but he was ready to play against Miami Heat in the playoffs. He figured, I can get my max value based off of insanity. If I play now and I fuck up, I'm going to get less money. Yeah. So let me chill back. I'm injured. I can legitimately say I'm injured and I'm not going to play. I'm not saying Kawhi is doing that, but it kind of seems like that when leaders that I clearly trust, like Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, who are staples of the Spurs franchise, are saying, look, we had a players meeting. They didn't say that, but there's reports they had a players meeting, and they don't understand why he's not playing. That's an issue.
Tony Parker was like, his injury was 100 times worse than Kawhi's.
You see what I mean?
It's causing a rift between him and the players. That's why I personally think he's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Because, and I think there's two situations that work ideally. I think if you want to trade with the Lakers and get a lot of their young talent, and you could get Kuzma and Ingram, or Randall and Ingram, or Randall and Kuzma or something like that, and
devastate the Lakers.
And devastate them and make them jump the gun on that, and then possibly get draft picks in return as well. I think you do that. And then on the other hand,
100%.
I think on the other hand, if on draft night, the Cavaliers offer you Kevin Love and draft picks, or Kevin Love and the number one draft pick for Kawhi Leonard, you take that deal as well.
LeBron's leaving.
Because LeBron is leaving. So I think either one of those situations, it's a real possibility of it happening. And they're saying teams are already starting to inquire about his availability.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't think he's going to be a Spur at the beginning of next season, because the thing about sports is trust is like a real staple in terms of where players want to play. Like, so many times players have left franchises because they just don't trust them, or the franchise just doesn't trust the player. That's why the Knicks got rid of JR.
Horrible.
That's why things like that happen. So I think where he goes, your guess is as good as mine. I just have ideas of where things work.
Yeah.
And I think that where the things work for the Spurs is either you get a superstar in return, or a guy that works well in your system in return, or you get younger talent. You get younger to go with your already young talent.
Agreed. Can't deny that.
But I think the situation just sucks, though. I hope Kawhi works it out with them, but at this point, the situation is like, it doesn't just feel like that shit's just been weird to you.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's a whole weird situation.
It's like
they're fourth in the West too.
They're
fourth from 10th to fourth.
Like, it's just weird though. Like, I've never heard of nothing like this happening, where a player's been cleared to play, but they just don't play.
Yeah.
And like I said, if he don't feel like he can go, that man know his body better than anybody else. But if he's bullshitting, then that's a whole nother topic. But
makes sense.
Yeah, we gonna end on that note though. Unless Rob got plugs. Shout out to Breitbart.
Yeah, they hosted us on there. Fred, check out Fred's interview with Clark Kellogg. He was great having him on. And I guess that's it. Goku vs. Superman conversation is gonna happen soon. We don't know when. My special guest Anthony Calderon is gonna be on. So
it's coming. Me and Rob did a special episode in the barbershop.
Yes, that's coming.
That shit was dope as hell.
Our friend Bertrand James is.
He was there. Good episode. My brother was recording that shit. He's doing his thing. So
LeBron James and Uninterrupted. We are not trying to sell anything. We're not trying to start a barbershop show. It's just us talking in a barbershop setting.
So
Please do not cease and desist us.
That shit is so fucking corny, yo. Because what are they saying, that no one can shoot shows in a barbershop?
I don't know. I give them a little bit of credit. They said, all we want to do is talk. They want to get lawyers involved. But then barbershop can sue them.
But look. They weren't the first ones to do a barbershop show.
No, barbershop was, but Ice Cube was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what are you saying? No one can talk about sports in a barbershop and record it? No. I hope Alabama tells them to go to hell. Because I think the only thing that got them to cease and desist is that they used the word shop in their show.
Shop
and the name of the Uninterrupted show was The Shop.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's name and likeness, or it's too similar. But if there's a name it,
they can just change the name.
Name it some other shit and then just talk about sports in the barbershop and record it. You can't tell me I can't do that shit. like what the hell? Like, who you think you are? You don't own barbershops, LeBron. I love talking about sports. I love talking about the barbershop scene was real dope though.
Yeah.
Might be doing that soon again. Pending this cease and desist case with
we're fine. We're not selling anything. They can't get us. But
thanks for tuning in, guys. WrestleMania this weekend.
Yes, I'll be there. I'll live tweet it and then Fred. I mean, not live tweet it. Live whatever. Do a live video there and then
I'll be
send
watching
Fred.
it on the WWE Network for $10 a month.
Yeah, they don't sponsor us. We just love them that much.
Peace out.